Boop boop. Alright, we're back. Oh my god, I just got done with all the monkey troubles. Oh, so exhausted. I was running around for like 3 hours. Okay, so what was I even doing? Alright. So we're doing tags again. Okay. So we filtered everything correctly here. Hmm. So if I remember correctly, we need to load this. Yeah, okay. So now, by calling both of these, we'll have the keyword set available in the class object, and we'll have the domain tag set available in the class object. Should be useful. Excuse me. All right. Okay. Okay, so we use this domain tag sets. Yeah, this song not so good. I'll go change them. All right, this is chill. I just took a shower and I'm very exhausted. We were playing kickball and they created an obstacle course and we're running around and there's absolutely energy to be in the sun for that long. So I'm trying to refocus here. I'm going to. This happens almost every day. I get tired and then I snap out of it and then I'm good to go for another 8 hours. So we're gonna do that. Always work. If you have time to work, you can work. Always work. There's no other obligation to always put in the effort. Okay, so I think this is good. If I remember correctly, I can't validate with eyeballs, but I can validate with testing. Generate tag set. So let's see what happens here. tag sets, lookup results. So what we're going to do now is we're going to run a deep search for this key name, or any of these key names, using the data that's within here. So from the lookup results, we're going to get these flags, and we're going to search this, and that'll give us tags. So the tag here would be games and finance and Linux and Q&A, whatever. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, good. Alright, my energy's starting to come back. Whew. Hold on, I gotta look at my utilities. Alright, tags from domain lookups. This song is kind of a jam, I like it. Okay, so we need to get the keys from this. Okay, I'll explain what I'm doing here in a second, if it's not perfectly obvious what I'm doing. Just give me a second to finish this up. My brain is lacking for comments. I'm trying to I mean, I know what. There's a part of my brain right now that's well aware of what code needs to be written, but the part that's translating that into human speech is saying, let's go back to the shower. That water felt nice. Okay, so the domain lookup results is going to be gather. Alright, resuming now. So what we're gonna do here. Wait, what? Category keys. Okay, lookup results. That's why. So the goal is to fill this with unique values that are contained within all of the lookup results. The lookup results come from the domain database, so let me show you that. We go over here, and then we go over here. So we can see here, this is the domains collection. And within here, you can see we have categories. Is games equals true? And that's for eveonline.com. You know, collab fund is finance true, etc. This is going to match the hold on, the article, which is in the articles database, and it's going to gather the domain and subdomain and find everything that matches the domain and subdomain. So some of these have just domain, and some of them has domain and subdomain, but it's going to match them, and based upon the value in the database, it'll give the ability to mine out the keys. So when we have a unique set of keys here, like I'll just print it out and show you. We'll be able to then cross-reference that within the tag sets we generated earlier. So here's the category keys we just generated. You can see is news. Okay. So now we'll be able to look into this object which we generated previously, the domain tag set, and we can see what tags we would use. So in this case it's news, so news would be over here. Very easy. Alright. So now we're going to have to iterate the keys. So we're just going to iterate them in a for loop. Simple enough. So we're going to use our utility function, deep search keys, and execute callback, which is by far one of the most useful methods I've ever written. So useful. So the first parameter here is key to search. The reason that this is so useful is that this parameter can be a function, an asynchronous function, it can be a string, it can be a regular expression. I designed it so that I could utilize it in nearly any way, and it will deep search objects. So for the purposes of mining out data, it's solved so many problems. But this time I don't need to do that. I can just use a string. I have one for searching keys and I have one for searching values. Okay. And then... no. Async function params. Let me just double check. Yep. All right. So what's of use to us is going to be the path. So I'll show you that right now. So we're just going to stop executing the program the moment we hit a match. So here you can see it dumped out the path. It's news, domain categories is news. So you can see it found it there. Am I dumping it before? I'm not dumping it before, so I can't show you. This right here is going to be a path into the domain tag sets, because that's what we're searching. We're searching the domain tag sets. So by doing that, we're able to get a path. And since we know in this object the first element in the path is going to be the tag, we can just easily do this. Or is there a final tags? Did I define final tags? Nope. The final recommended tag set for the arc. So easy enough. Push if not exists path 0. And now we dump this here. Get rid of this. I think I got the hiccups. Oh God. And there you go. Final tags, news. Very cool. There's probably a more elegant way to do this, but I don't care. This is well and good enough. That's a reasonable amount of speed for the purposes of what I'm doing. So, we were able to process the domain lookups into tags. Now we have to, what do you call it? Now we have to do the keyword sets. So how do we do that? That's a good question. So this all gotta go. Generate domain tags, nope. Generate title tags is what we need. I really hope I didn't... Oh no. There we go. Analyze title result. So let's look at this. So within the analyze title result, we should have a found tags object. Oh, wrong button. So again, we're going to utilize that incredibly useful function. I guess it's a method, or is it a property? I don't know, whatever. And we're going to search. Actually, do we need to search? I don't think we do. We just need to iterate the... We just need to iterate because we already did the search. What am I thinking? Okay. So now we should just be able to shove this in here. Now we're going to have a switch case to convert some of the longer ones, like this one is media broadcasting. We're going to have... Oh no, we can't. Okay, so we need to iterate the sub keys, not the primary keys. So we're gonna need to do two loops. Hold on one second. I'm gonna do this instead. I think it's index and val, or is it val and index? Yeah, it's index and val. Or key and val. Alright, that looks a lot cleaner. So I'm basically just writing that for loop again, except I'm making it look a bit cleaner. Since we're nesting them. This is just a method that I've written in order to iterate key values within an object. So we're iterating the outer, and then we're iterating the inner by key. So let's just disambiguate. That way there's no confusion. So, some of the files, when I defined this, were defined as generic. So generic terms for the parent category. So we're going to have to take that into consideration. So, yeah. I'm using a switch case here because I'm probably going to have to do a bit of conversions. As in converting some keys into other keys, like media broadcasting, like I said before, I want it to be shorter. I'll probably have it under the news. So we don't need this actually. I think that should work. Yep, news, anger, Poland, media broadcasting. Alright, so now I gotta go look at the keyword sets. Case artificial intelligence. So see, I'm just gonna shorten them. Hold on. So we're actually going to need 2. Hold on. Thinking. Oh. Yeah, you know what? This is smarter to just do this. Key. So store the key. Oh. Store key as tag. Now we're going to store the sub key as a tag. Because once it's in the final tags, we just clean it up after. Much easier. That way we don't have to have any elaborate logic in here. You know what? I think this is self-explanatory. I think that we don't need a lot of comments here. Do I have a find and replace for arrays? One second. I'm looking for something. Okay, hold on. Oh, hit the microphone with my finger. Sorry about that. For example... Okay, I think this should work. I'm gonna test it out. So I just wrote this. Hold on, let me. I'm just filtering. Um, I just put stir here. I'm filtering the array, and I'm gonna return a new array with the remove strings. So I should be able to final tags dot remove string from array. So now there should be no generic in the string array. Yep, worked. Good. It's really not that wise to... Oh, hold on. Okay, now. To add a whole bunch of custom methods to your objects if you're writing code with other people, because it'll confuse them. But if it's your own project, they're incredibly helpful. Okay, so now we have to iterate the final tags a final time. Believe it or not, this is actually slower than just doing a regular for loop, but it's visually a lot easier to look at. So let's switch on the value. Actually, okay. Okay, let's just make sure this is working correctly. Okay, news, emotions, anger. Okay, so we probably don't want an emotions tag. That's kind of inorganic. So just do nothing on emotions because it'll automatically add anger. Countries, Poland, media. Okay. So that looks pretty good. So now we just look at these and we'll expand everything. So anything that's really long, we're going to want to replace. So artificial intelligence is one. What else do we got? So audio is fine. Damn, that's a lot of audio. So nonfiction should be just one word, nonfiction. Hey. There's microchips. Uh-oh. Something not right here. Yep, close that. MongoDB was, not MongoDB, but the UI for MongoDB was going a little nuts. It started again. One second. So payment processors. What would I label that? Just do payment. Space and astronomy. Sports, tech products is going to be tech. Okay. Tech protocols is going to also be tech. Tech terms is also going to be tech. So USA States is going to be just USA. What else we got here? So wearable devices is going to be tech. Wikipedia is going to be wiki. Wikis. Wiki wiki, Hawaii's grocery and convenience store. We get stores over here called wiki wiki. It means quick quick in Hawaiian. Wildlife, that's fine, don't need to shorten that. And I think that's it. I think that should be perfectly fine. I can't remember. I think tags have a limit of 8 characters. I can't remember exactly. I'm gonna have to go back and look at my code and see what my data validator is defined as for tag length. Eh, that's that's for tomorrow me to solve. Because some of the USA states, right? They're they're long. So like Massachusetts and West Virginia, for example, South Dakota, South Carolina, they're long, but I don't want to use the abbreviations like NH for New Hampshire. I'm not like do that. I really not like do that because then all of a sudden you have initialisms and in the tag sets, and then initialisms conflict with other initialisms, and then you wind out with problems. People get confused. So if it's Arizona, I wanted to say Arizona. If it's New Hampshire, I like to say New Hampshire. New Hampshire. Okay. We'll go over here. And we'll check them out. News, anger, countries, Poland. Media. So I think countries, because we don't have any generic entries for countries, I think we just gonna skip countries. News, anger, Poland, media. Now, what is the title? Main tag sets. The Polish paramilitary group broadcast live. Yeah, I mean, those tags seem reasonable. It should go in Poland. It should go in news. Should be associated with anger. Should go in media. Yeah. That seems perfectly fine to me. I mean, could it be better? Maybe. But I don't care. Because the goal of this isn't perfection. The goal of this is production. That's something really important a lot of people struggle with. I used to struggle with it. Oh god, dear, did I struggle with it. Um, you get the idea that everything needs to be perfect. So you work as hard as you can to perfect things. And people who are not of that mindset don't see the trappings, and they see it as a like a positive trait. And to some degree it is. But the reality of perfectionism is production suffers. And production is much, much, much more important. Like, for example, okay, so you have 1,000 people that need shoes. So you spend all of your time making one perfect pair of shoes. And it takes you forever. And eventually, one person gets shoes. You have 999 people who are still barefoot. It's important to be able to produce enough shoes for everyone in that example. Like if you're struggling to perfect a product that will never be available, then you're really just playing Sisyphus. You're just endlessly searching for something when you should be just moving on to the next thing. Now there are exceptions to this, of course. There are security concerns. Like if you don't do your best to perfect security, then you're gonna run the risk of catastrophe. But if catastrophe isn't on the table, perfection is often a massive, massive drawback. I would rather have production. Okay, what else? I should add a YouTube comment. Hello, humans. Let's see how that works. I don't think there's anybody in chat. I'm not even watching the stream. I should check it out. I should see if there is. Live. 0. I'm talking to myself. How weird. Okay, so now we have the final tags. Now we can just return them and call it a day. I'm going to leave this here. I'm just going to comment it out in case I need to debug this in the near future. The problem with imperfection is that you'll often return to imperfection to debug things. And that's just life. Alright, let's go back up here. Okay, so the next thing I need to do is I need to update the tag sets. I'm sorry, update the articles with the tag sets. So let's go over here, and I want to update all the tags for the auto user. Auto. So hold on. Articles, user details, user. This will pull articles only for the user auto. So when I'm updating the articles, I'm not going to be updating tags on anybody else's stuff if they posted stuff. Okay, give me a second. I need to go look at the classes, the article class. So we have store article. Let's look at the outline over here. I'm just looking at the method names. I can't remember if I have set tags. I have update article. This is gonna do them one by one when I could use a bulk operation, but since I already have the method available, I'm just gonna use this. Oh, hold on, I need this over here. I should stretch this out. A little bit less. Okay, good. I'm just making sure that the name of the classes, the class instance is correct. Wait. Call update article. You know what, I'll just do that. Oh, it's cleaner. Set. So this should work, or it should explode. We're gonna find out, one or the other. Let's just do one for now. We'll just exit immediately after it does the update, and we can search and see. So it should have run. Yep, we hit the end. So let's go ahead and take a look at the website. Yuck, that's just a whole bunch of YouTube. S-P-E-L-Q. Eh. Oh, S-R-E-L-Q. Polish? Oh, actually, it's search for Poland. Haha! News, anger, Poland, media. It worked. So we can click on Poland, and it should take us here. Popular today, no, popular this year. Yep. Very cool. These are just tools I have that automatically allow me to do certain things on the website, like if I want to add votes or add views when I'm testing. It's very useful. I'm not going to be using that in production. I won't be cheating, but I have the tools available if I choose to cheat. If they're playing God. Okay. So, now comes the fun part. Let's do everything! Alright, let's only do it if we have tags to add. So we're only going to update the articles if we have a tag set that is non-empty. So this should do all of them. Now we sit back and we just relax. I'm glad to be done with that. Now I gotta think of what I gotta do next. What I really need to learn is how the hell to do marketing. I have no idea how to market this. Okay, code, news, hacker news, video programming, wildlife, all. Oh. I probably should remove Python from wildlife. That's probably a much better idea. Okay, let's do that. Okay, so age groups gotta be changed. So this is what I mean about having things completed. Like, if you have things completed, you can iterate upon a completed thing to further close the distance towards perfection. So let's go age groups, get rid of that. We're just working over here in the tag generator again. I'm just getting rid of that. Now, where did I have the actual lists? For wildlife, I think I should change it to animals? Yeah, I'll move it to animals. Okay. And then we have to remove Python from wildlife. Because it's a programming language and it's much more likely that in the context of the site, it's gonna be the programming language. This should be flagged as YouTube as well, but we're gonna leave it. News, government, spy agencies, social media, Discord, all. Let's see what happens when we check the news tag. Oh, I didn't even have it on the screen. Sorry, I'm looking over here. So I click the news tag in order to see everything in the news. Hmm. This is pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of ethnic groups too. Alright, let's go ahead and rerun it. Come on, finish up, finish up, finish up. There we go. Let's check it out again. Okay, so nothing has ethnic groups, that's good. Code, news, programming, animals, space. Let's click space, see what that's like. Smallest planet may have a spacecraft, yep. Yep. A great commercial, okay. So spy agencies, I think I should change to spies. See what's going on in Florida. That's so cool! I'm so happy. This works great. Florida wild, by the way. A body found after homestead woman carjacked, kidnapped in Central Florida. Oh my God, what the hell is going on over there? I kind of want to move to Florida. Just seems interesting. Well, let's go to the dark theme. I don't like the light theme too much. Ugh, back to the light theme. The buttons don't look so good. Alright, let's go back. Sneaking Rick Astley lyrics into quantum physics paper. What a goofball. Okay. Okay. So let me click on sports. College basketball, betting scandal. I broke my neck in the football career. Oh, that sucks for you, buddy. O.J. Simpson, former football. Yeah, these are good. So now what I gotta do, I figure, is when we go post a new article, these are the default tags. I need to have recommended tags. So I need to have a little button to say recommend tags from title. And it'll just run the little algorithm we wrote to generate potential tags. Yeah. Meh, see. Meh. Okay. This site is fun because even while I'm working on it, I wanna get distracted and start reading. So I know this is gonna be something people will like. I just have to get them to know what the hell it is and use it. And that is a very hard thing to do. But, we'll make them happen. Alright, I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna go check on dinner real quick. My niece is cooking dinner tonight, so I'm gonna check it out. Alright, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. My niece would make a fried rice for dinner. Usually I cook, but it's nice to have her over here. She can help me cook. Okay, so I need to completely upend my brain. I need to identify where this is in the user interface JavaScript code, and I need to implement a method that does tag recommendation based on titles and links. So if there's a title present and a link present, you click a little button that says recommend tags. Oh, excuse me. Still fried rice. Yum yum. Hmm. One second. Oh, that sounds kind of good. Okay, so I need to go back into the project directory. Okay, so this is static code. So do I have anything for tags down here? I have tag groups, which is not what I want. I want a tag suggestion route. So we'll just copy another tag group as a template. Let's just copy post article, why not? Okay, so this method is only going to take post requests. Good. So we can just get rid of the get functionality. So what a route is HTTP endpoint that is responsible for performing a specific action on the server. The web server class allows the addition of routes dynamically. So before the web server starts, we add a number of routes, and that provides more or less the entire functionality of the backend of the site. I chose not to use too much advanced web design technique because I wanted the server itself to be rather simple. So I didn't use any WebSockets or anything like that. It's just standard post and get. And there are a large number of reasons why I'm doing that. The site is somewhat complicated in that it uses IndexedDB in order to replicate state because I designed the web server to be stateless. Well, as stateless as possible. Um, but as far as communication goes, I want it just simple JSON posts so that I could audit the security of things very easily. I have a man-in-the-middle proxy that I use that automatically detects requests. It's not Burp proxy, if that's what you're thinking. I wrote my own. That's a flex. I wrote my own Burp proxy, but it'll automatically determine logged in state, and it'll look at what's being posted, and it'll try to fuzz values. So it'll try to attack the website automatically as I browse. And if I was to start making things really complicated, if I start using WebSockets and all sorts of other things, I mean, yeah, you could do cooler things, but it makes load balancing infinitely harder, number one, and it makes security auditing a nightmare, number two. I prefer not to do that. I prefer to be able to use all tools at my disposal. Okay, so let's just comment all of this out. Oh, I already have a comment, so we get rid of this. Don't need it. Oh, and we got another one over here. Get rid of that. The reason you know what, I could probably just delete everything. I probably don't need to comment everything out, but yeah, let's just delete everything. Don't need it. Don't want it, don't need it. Recommending tags to user submit. Analyze a title and URL. Okay, that seems good. So it should be clear enough for anybody reading this in the future. Okay, this song not too much of a jam. The song kind of like something weird. Alright, that better. Okay, I need to move this over here. I need to make sure there's no dangling credentials in the web server start file. I am broadcasting this to the internet. That would be embarrassing. Yeah, it appears sane. Okay, now we load the route. What was the name of it? I want to just do this. I'll copy the path. Yeah, come on. I'm using require, not import, because I'm a Neanderthal. I started developing a lot of my libraries before the ECMAScript changes for import were made available in Node. So I'm kind of landlocked. Oh, what's going on over here? I gotta... Yeah, no, we gotta get rid of that. Okay. So now we go down to the... Okay, what was the one before it? Contact us. So this is how you add a route. You install it. It has an install method, and it'll install it into the web server that's available. So we're only taking posts, so let's take post and we'll put tag suggest as the path. Responds JSON true. Auth is required to use it. Okay, allowed vhosts. Refer required is true. Alright, rate limits by IP per minute. Let's go 20. By user 20. And that's it. So from here on in, this route should be made available at the tag suggest endpoint on the iRateFun web server. Authentication should be required for this. These are the user types that are allowed to access this. It must be coming from a virtual host within the set. There must be a refer set that matches our virtual host configuration. And we have a rate limit here. There are additional options. It's just that option is, I mean, these options are relevant to this. So what's the name of it? Tag suggest route. There we go. Yep. So what do we got to do now? Now we have to go to the post article UI code. It's going to be this. The CAPTCHA loader. Probably get rid of this. That seems vestigial. I'll get rid of that. There are a bunch of little console prints that I have to get rid of. So here's the template. I gotta start the web server. I'll move it off screen in case, for whatever reason, I'm printing out credentials, which I shouldn't be. Oh, I need to be elevated privileges. I was dumping. I was dumping. What do you call it? Passwords. Okay, so let's go to web server. Oh no, it's not there. It's gonna be over here, right? Yeah. No. Web content, web analytics, web server. That's fine. I need some MongoDB. Yep, here it is. Okay, let's try this again. Hey. Okay. Let's clear this. Alright, the server started. We dropped privileges. Good. So now I should be able to go to the staging website, which is localhost. Yeah, okay. gotta work on these. These don't look great. They look like neon Skittles. Probably get rid of the border. Okay, so post new article. LQHE. Oh dear God, that's ugly. Why is that so ugly? Yeah, I'm gonna have to work on that theme. Ugh. What about the light theme? Hmm. Hmm. Thinking. I'll just do that. Hey, come on. Why is it selecting everything? What? Why is the IDE selecting every damn thing? So how are the tags being generated? Post article input text box. Okay, so it should be over here. Chest tag. wonder if I can put this in a label. I'll put that under the label. Hey, that should be under the label. Can I not save it? Hmm. Shouldn't require a line break, but I guess it does. I'm gonna remove that so that maybe we change this into a span. Alright, so add tags if we have some. Okay, so I'm using jQuery, and I have a custom jQuery method that automatically detects trusted clicks. These are events that have the immutable trusted property set. And this is kind of, it's not really secure, but it does prevent a lot of low effort bots from clicking things all around the page. But I just want to make sure this works, which it should. Okay, let's see. Hey, it works good. So post data. So do I have HTTP poster defined already, or did I create a new one? I do have it defined already, good. Yeah, okay. Okay, HTTP poster is just a little class that posts data remotely, but it's more complicated than that because I have it integrated to the error reporting. So if the server returns back error data from a validator that I created, it'll automatically fill in um, divs with error data. It's all transparent. It looks like we're just posting stuff here, but it's really transparent. Okay, so article title and article link. So these are the only two things we need to submit. We don't need the CAPTCHA solution. Alright, so we're here. So let's go to iRateFund website. Let's go tag suggest, like that. Alright, this should actually crash the server if we click it because I have an exit in that route itself. I'll click the suggest tags, mu. Oh, I gotta restart the server. And the server crashed. Yep, good. That means the route is activating. Alright, so we go over here. So because this route, when it was installed, it requires authentication, we can be sure at this point that the user has authenticated. But we should validate the user data. So let's go request.body. Let's just print it out anyway. Request.body. So it should dump the request body instead. It should just be the parsed JSON. I say JSON. I don't care what anybody thinks. It's JSON, not JSON. I've been saying that since its inception. Not about that change now. Okay, so it crashed, and here you can see article title and article link is empty because they were empty. So let's try it again. And we're going to blah, 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 and then go blah, 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 com, suggest tags, and we'll take a look over here, and then blah, 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 com. I'm just verifying that the information is being submitted correctly. Okay, great. Fantastico. So what do I gotta do now? Validators. So post article would probably have the best validator examples. Okay. So I have these methods to automatically send a response in the case that a validator has failed. And they will notify the DOM that an error needs to be hydrated. So this type label here, this corresponds to something on the page. So let's go over here. Well, let's go. Article title errors. You can see it automatically finds it. So we hover over it and you can see that it's actually there. Boop. Easy. We may want to change this, but you know, for right now it doesn't matter. Right now it's fine. Oof. So now we have to parse the URL. I think parse URL is synchronous. Let me double check that real quick. Where do I have it open? It should be over here. Where is it? Oh, yeah, it's over here. Yeah, it's synchronous. Since this is user data, we're going to put that in a try block. Okay, let's look at the article. Post again. You want to have things pretty congruent. So if I can utilize the so hold on. Yeah, if I can utilize code that I've already written over here, it's much smarter. Don't don't duplicate your efforts. Always deduplicate where possible. Where possible does not mean all the time, it means where possible. Okay, so the title is tokenized. We do not tokenize the description. So we have the parsed link. We have the tokenized title. This doesn't need to be in a try block because internally to the function it already is. It's already pretty sane. Okay, so now we need to go back to the article tag generator. And we need to find the example from our tag generator set. So I think the article tag generator, this should it be native to the route itself? I think so. Oop, wrong button, wrong button, wrong button. Hey. Oh, it's whoops, whoopsie daisy, whoopsie daisy. I'm gonna move this over here. I have 3 monitors, but I'm only using one of them because I'm streaming. It's fine to use this in a constructor. Doesn't create any confusion really, unless you're doing things in a constructor that you probably shouldn't be doing. So I think I have a load function somewhere that can be invoked if present. Let's just place this in a comment for now. We'll come back to that. Web server route should be over here. Yeah. Web server route, not web socket route. Yeah, I knew I had an init route. Okay. Haven't added a route in a couple weeks, so gotta remember what things are named here and there. Okay. Only some routes need to be initialized, so that's why when I copied and pasted from the article posting route, there was no initializer present. That's why I had to look this up. Okay, so now I should be able to do this. So it's going to be web server correct, web server correct. Article tag gen, yep, that's correct. So we just need to prefix this. Let's add an exit here to make sure it loads. Moo! Yep, loads fine. Alright, we're almost to where we need to be. Hey, what's going on here? Hold on, something's wrong with the barrier. Okay, there. I was singing the praises of barrier earlier, but it's sometimes buggy. I'm just checking something. Hmm. Okay. You guys hear that they're adding signals to JavaScript? That's pretty interesting. It's like kind of like a water flow pattern. It's supposed to increase, like, it's kind of like events, but it's supposed to be faster and more useful. It's just always a downward flow, so it doesn't have to worry about like the pattern confusion of typical event systems. Ooh, my brain kind of melting right now. All right, go back, go back, go back, go back, go back, go back. So we need to do this. I should just know that's route ref. An article will be an object, not an actual article, because we're not actually generating from an article. Where'd it go? Do I have it in a different IDE? Probably do. Yeah, it's over here. have to have parsed URL, parsed link, we're going to have title and tokenized title. Oh, sorry about that, hit the microphone with my finger. This is the Power Ranger song. My good lord. It's kind of a jam. So I think this is everything. One second, I'm looking through my utility classes again for something. Oh, let's do this. So we're just going to validate that we have a domain. Values are empty. Where did I fat finger that? Where did I goof? If custom utils values are empty, article title. Oh. There we go. Let's initialize this as an empty array instead of null. That way when we check here, it's not going to cause a crash. Okay, now this should work. We're going to find out if it works or not. We don't know. Whew. Exhausting. So title, tokenized title, parsed URL, that should be everything. Now let's see. Let's start the dev server. So with these here, it should generate nothing. But it should print something out here. Oh, body is not defined? Tag suggestion route 113. Let's go. Oh, request.body. Clicky wiki. It's a user session. Sessions are IP locked, so the only way you'd be able to utilize this session key for anything is to have the encryption key for the JSON web tokens, as well as be coming from localhost here. So why didn't it... Let's see. Oh, title must be longer than 15 characters. See? Automatically does it. Let's try again. There we go. Crashed. Hey. Tokenized title not defined. Why not? Oh, title tokenized. You know what? Let's do this instead. Oh. Now what was the crash? Oh, I see. This is just the semantics of a typical article layout. It has to be nested like this, because we're basically forging an article. Okay, now what? Oh, fine. Perfect. So it didn't generate any tags for this one, which is as expected. But what if we put Polish, angry, anger. Oh, what is this gonna be? Poland and anger. Ah ha 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 ha! Looks great. So on JSON. So that should just return the tag set. I think response.json automatically sets the JSON header type. I gotta double check. But either way, we should be getting response data here. So let's try it one more time. Response data. Poland and anger. Fantastic. Let's just check the requests though. I want to make sure the header is being set correctly. Tag suggest, response header. This one. Yep, automatically sense it. Good. Again, you can't use my cookie. And the reason you can't use my cookie is because it's locked to localhost. Whew. Oh man, sleepy. Alright, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. So title tokenized, so this is done. And this route is finished. So now we can take the tags. Hold on, let's see. Where did I put it? Is this it? Yeah. So let's go back and look at response data. So this should automatically dump them into the tags input. Let's get rid of that alert. And then let's go to network and reload. In the future, I'm going to minify a lot of these things, so they're not loading one class at a time. But I kind of like having them one class at a time. They're cached anyway, so it doesn't really matter. And if people want to inspect the code or whatever, they can just go look at it. I prefer people to know what they're dealing with rather than having to just kind of reverse engineer things. Let's go foxnews.com. Let's see what tags that generates. Ooh, initial response data tags, 259. Oh, duh. Yep, news, Poland, anger. Haha, that's so awesome. Okay. So tag suggestion is done. I'll do just some blah blah blah. Make sure this thing posts. RTQZM. Submit. Anger news Poland. Oh, so we can, let's collapse articles. If we want to expand it, we can expand it. Bada bing, bada bing, bada bing, bada bing, bada bing. Pretty cool, huh? Okay, so now I gotta brainstorm and think what else I gotta add. Website kind of done. I have to change the theme for this post article thing. That's for certain. Yeah. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, so I think the painting needs to be done now, and that's gonna be kind of painful. I have to go edit the color palettes. Like I use a palette system in order to maintain the themes, and that's kind of difficult. Let me close everything. Window. Eh? Is there, oh, I think the context is invalidated. What? What's going on here? Oh, you know what? Because it doesn't have any refer. You need to have a refer. Duh. Oh, let's delete that article. I gotta remember how to delete it. I should have a delete button for the user. Articles. Can I delete it? Should give me the opportunity to delete it. Ugh. Oh yeah, it's in here. Duh. Confirm delete. Alright, what was I doing now? Oh yeah, styles. I hate CSS. And I know it's the best thing for the purpose. And I know it would be very, very hard to make it better. But I still hate it. Okay, so palette, dark theme. If you didn't know, in CSS you can use variables. Like, CSS has variables, and you should use them, especially if you're designing a site that will have different themes, because they'll allow you to define palette numbers. So in your theme itself, you can use variables. That way, in a light theme and a dark theme, you can just easily be able to paint things. And I say easy, but I do not mean easy. I mean painfully and methodically. Whoever said design and front end is easy is a moron. I would much rather be doing back end work than front end work any day of the week. Back end work, it's just, does it make sense? Is it elegant? Can it be made better? That's fantastic. Front end is, what color should this be? Okay, that's not the right color. Okay, let's adjust the color. Okay, so that color, okay, so let's make sure that the borders are rounded. Okay, so what radius? Okay, so it's so time consuming and annoying, and I would rather be pulling out my nails and doing it, but you have to do it, so we do it. I have much respect for front-end developers. Okay, so let's go to dark theme. Okay, so this is how we paint. Go to the inspector, select the element you're looking for. So this is going to be main container. So underneath main container, there's the form. So I think main container, no, it shouldn't be main container. Post article body, that's what we're looking for. We're looking for that CSS class. Another thing, never use inline styles. The reason I say do not use inline styles is because there is such a thing as style sheet injection. It's a class of vulnerability. If you use inline styles, you're not going to be able to use CSP policies to prevent those types of vulnerabilities. You're going to want to have, when you start developing your site, you're going to want to have CSP as strict as possible, and that means blocking styles as well. It's the only sensible thing. Okay, so C palette 77. Let's see what that is in the dark theme. So it's this color, so let's make it darker. And refresh. Oh yeah, that much better. Let's go over here. Let's make sure we didn't destroy anything. Let's go check our profile. My articles. Okay, that looks fine. Let's go to user filters. That's really, really dark. You might have to. You can tell I don't like painting. Yeah, it looks pretty alright. No comments. No articles. Check our profile. You know what? This doesn't look too bad. Yeah, it looks alright. Everything about this video makes me want to die. That's so bad. From the haircut to the title. Oh my goodness. This is what I get for absorbing the YouTube trending page. Wind Lagoon is alright. It's for when you get in those, those moods where you're just craving bullshit. Like, ooh, the weirdest and coolest cryptid so far. Yeah, I'm gonna go to sleep talking about Bigfoot. Pretty sure there is no Bigfoot, but it's good material to shut your brain off to. Just suspend disbelief for about an hour. Man, these tags are cool. I'm so happy they work. Man, okay, you know what? We're gonna paint these too. So let's see. Oh, I say don't use inline styles, and here we are with inline styles. How the hell did that happen? Oh, because I'm setting up from JavaScript. That's right. And these are just the computed styles, yeah. When I say don't use a style tag, what I mean by that is don't have it within your HTML. You can set colors from JavaScript. It's not the end of the world. It should be avoided. But the reason it's necessary here is because these colors for these tags are, hold on, they're being algorithmically created. So it's a neat thing that I developed. It'll take a string, like for example, it has computing here, and it'll look at each character in the string and generate a unique hexadecimal color for them. It'll also determine whether or not it's a dark color or a light color. So you can use either dark text or light text. So this is a dark color, uses white text. This is a light color, so it uses black text. Very, very useful. The only downside is you don't get to choose the color. I mean, you can modify the algorithm if you want, but yeah, for the most part you don't. So what we're looking for here in the default theme is this. So C palette 51 is going to be the border color. So in the dark, we'll go C palette 51. And that is that. So let's make it dark. Yeah, okay. What am I doing? There, much less cancer. Much more beautiful. Doesn't burn my eyeballs. Ha! That is so great. Now, we have to change this. This should be, in the dark theme, that should be white. So in the light theme, it's white. In the dark theme, why is it black? Should be. So we select it. Button ID class equals drop down button. And what's inside of it? Yeah, that's fine. Drop down button. C palette 92. So this should be we can just make it. I'll make it a little bit gray. So now we can do this. Ooh. Ooh, that's not good. I see why I didn't change that. So C palette, let's go 90, 95? Is there a 95? 94? Yeah, there's a 94, but there's no 95. It's gonna be a gray. modify that to be C palette 95. Now we have to do the light theme as well. Palette light. Okay, so now it should work. There we go. Nice gray. And then we go over here, light theme. And it's still white. Good. That's the power of using variables. Is you can easily change things. If you define them at least. I don't like that outline color. That red outline color, not so great. And the text color in here, not so great either. I think it's fine. Should it be fine? Yeah. And this is a simple markdown editor. We're just using it to allow people to input markdown into the website. I had to plumb this thing very hard to prevent certain classes of vulnerabilities. But we don't allow any evaluated JavaScript within the page using CSP. It's like I said earlier, we use CSP policies to prevent most common web vulnerabilities. So this markdown editor, it allows you to, you know, add links and pictures and stuff like that from approved sources. It's going to be kind of gross if I let people use it. They're just going to spam stuff in there. But I think that is fun. I think people get pissed off and they'll have a good time. Website is called iRateFun after all. Oh yeah, that looks so much better. Okay, now what else do we gotta do, really? I think we need to work on the auto proxy so we can absorb content from different places to make this page a lot more interesting. I'm gonna take a break for a second. I'll come back in a little bit. Okay, sorry about that. I went out and I wound up talking to family for a while. I got peanuts. Okay, so I think I'm actually going to end the stream here. And the reason I'm going to end the stream here is because I need to brainstorm. I need to determine what needs to be done next on the project. I know I have to work on the proxy, but I want to analyze where I am in the proxy and kind of like analyze what needs to be done next. It wouldn't make much sense to sit on the stream and just think. I mean, that might be interesting. But yeah, I think I'm gonna end the stream. If I start writing code on stuff in a little bit, I'll start the stream again. But yeah, I'm sorry about the pause. I got locked into a conversation. I would go into details, but don't want to bring family into this kind of a crazy conversation with kind of a crazy person. But okay, I'm ending it.